Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Shalom, Israel. This is the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street under Commanding General Yahana. The ISUPK is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite groups or religious organizations. The ISUPK has been founded since 1969, teaching Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans their history, their culture, and how to keep the laws of God according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Don't be misconstrued with any other fake Israelite groups, individuals that say they know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because they do not. You know what I'm saying? Everything started from us. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the commandment keepers, FS Cherry, you know what I'm saying? If they don't know that history, then they're not in the truth. Every Israelite group that came out that you see on YouTube, on the sides of the streets, other than ISUPK, they learned it from us. They got their breakdowns from us. We done found them in our classes. You know what I'm talking about? In our classes. So you the truth if you're watching us, learning from us. So Commanding General Yahana did it, what was this, 2016, 2000, every Passover, he invites all Israelite groups to come to the Passover to spill their claim. State your claim. What's right? Where are we different? So we can bring this nation totally together. Oh. So science is based on why is it important to follow the customs of the men before you. The Passover is a custom. Keeping the Sabbath fully is a custom. Multiple wives is a custom. But this is more focused on the Passover. So, is there any questions? You got any questions? Yeah, I know you do. You know what I'm saying? Stop. Salakia. You said you wanted to do something. Yeah. Slow. We're going to turn the camera to this young man. What's your name again?
My name's Omar.
Young man Omar. Young man Omar said he wanted to get rid of these.
Yes.
What would we call them? Slacking my mind's in the fall. These idols.
Christian.
These idols.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the same as wearing a cross around his neck.
I think about it.
Go ahead and throw it on the ground, though. Just don't drop it. Throw it. Just don't drop it. Throw it. Throw it. Hey. Yeah, let it break. Let it Most High in Christ. Hey, don't worry about it. Most High in Christ. Hey, I'm gonna recycle this. Most High in Christ. Listen, man. Man. Doesn't take a lot. Let me fix this. Fix the camera.
If you want to sit back down, I can.
No, you good. You good. You good. I don't know how to turn. But it takes a lot to denounce something that you held. Something that you held. Bro. Hello? And here's your stocking. Can you hear anything? It's saying that the mic's not working. But anyway, stocking. It takes a lot for a man to denounce something that he thinks is have power to him. So what did that mean to you before you came here?
I mean, before I came here, I had already denounced what it meant. So it's kind of the same place.
Right.
Before that, clarity, it was a fidget spinner, anxiety, healing.
Everybody with mental illness.
Stuff you go to the most high for,
So pretty much that was a symbol of mental illness.
Could be, yeah.
No, you said fidgety, clarity, things that you need cleared of your mind. It's lucky. You know what I'm saying? So we don't hold on to things that remind us of old things. That's like me running around saying I'm a Hebrew Israelite, but I'm wearing a cross still. You feel me? So anything else that you have any questions about that you want to speak about?
Yeah.
So if I can cover it, like I said,
For sure.
I will cover it.
For sure.
If not, let me get back to my Alawans, and I'll bring that answer to you.
Starting with you, because I'm more so here to learn.
Okay, come. Go ahead. Tony, you know what I'm saying?
Sweet. So I want to know from you, because as we were kind of talking before, I have found my own answer as to why we should stop using or stop smoking weed in order to come into the truth. Right. What does the scripture what does scripture say about that herb specifically?
So,
or
herbs, anything that was made was for our goodness.
Right.
Did it say smoking?
No.
So who did say smoking?
Yeah.
Who was in it?
Them.
Where is that? No, be specific. Be specific on what he told you to smoke.
Oh yeah,
and we already said
white man, Asian man.
No, the East Indian man.
East Indian man.
Let me find the scripture.
Came from Kush.
No. Kush is Ethiopia. It came from East Indians first. When the East Indians migrated or moved to Ethiopia, they taught them the ways of their gods. The same way that the European man taught us his Greek mythology. Right? Whenever the Council of Nicaea, all the heathens and who's the head of the Council of Nicaea? Slipping one right now. But when they came together to keep the Jews and the heathens of Rome, because they was having this battle. There's hey, we're gonna put this with that and that with this, so everybody will be happy. They did the same thing as Martin Luther King did back in 332. From 334. Council Nicaea. Hand joining hand, everybody can be together. So you gotta understand they use what would be powerful amongst us against us, knowing that we would follow after it if it was soothing, if it stopped our turn, if we didn't have to have hard labor. If you read the book of Maccabees, let's pull up the Maccabees. Can you get second Maccabees?
Get in there right now.
Second. First. Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. That's it. We all to the party, and knows good. Go ahead and read. Okay. Chapter 6, verse 5. Start at 5.
Moreover, they came one. Oh, sorry.
6. No, chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Verse 5. Is it?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Second Maccabees 6. Verse 5. It says the altar was also filled with profane things. Are you in first or second?
First.
Go to second Maccabees.
Second. Okay. The altar was also filled with profane
Yeah,
things.
speak loud for
The altar was also filled with profane things which the law forbidded.
So everything that was when we were talking under the Grecian captivity, the Maccabean, you know what I'm saying, they put things that was unlawful inside the temple. You know what I'm saying? It was forbidden to our laws, of the laws of God. Everything that they put in church, what is it wrong? They have women teaching the men. They choose to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. That's Christians love to eat that.
Yep.
Right? Keep reading.
Okay. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath.
What? Hold on, read it again. Say that again.
Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
So what is it unlawful for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to keep now?
Sunday.
We have to keep it on when?
Sunday.
That's man's day.
Slavery thing.
That's slavery. Because they know if they take the day from us, we will not fulfill the laws of God. So therefore, the law of God, God will not ever protect us.
Because we're not doing what he says.
I mean, we got to keep it regardless. There's no excuses. One thing as you became is no cowards, no excuses. We're warriors. We are the army of the Lord. We are the host, the separate army of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, other Christian church and fake Israelite group out here, they don't want to go to war with our oppressors. They don't want to. They just want to read the Bible. They just want to read scriptures. No man is willing to put that on the line for another Black, Hispanic, and Native American. We're scared to go to war. We understand that the most is a God war.
Yes, he is.
He's a man of war.
Yes, he is.
So what do? We go to war for him. Who is defending the faith? Who is defending? Not speaking up for it. Not abiding by it.
Why is nobody? Except
ISUPK under Commanding General Honor. Under his tutelage, under his leadership. Keep reading.
so neither was it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or ancient feasts.
What?
Or ancient feasts. Or ancient
Like you ain't.
or ancient feasts.
Yeah, bro. To keep ancient feasts. The Passover. They were living here. You know what I'm saying? They were feast of dedication. Well, no, that's not yet. Dedication wasn't around. That's later on in the chapter. Even Esau now didn't want us to keep the day of unleavened bread. They didn't want us to keep the dedication. Feast of Tabernacles.
The one was working the Ishtar.
They didn't want us to read the Bible at all. There was only certain people who they allowed that was old Toms and other Negroes that loved to kiss the boots of Esau to teach us what they want, the slave Bible. That's it. That's it. Keep reading.
For sure. Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Now you're a Negro. Keep reading.
To profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Now you're African American. Read it again.
To profess himself at all to be a Jew.
Now you're a savage. Read it again.
A Jew.
Or names. Say it on. Read it again.
Or to profess himself to be a Jew.
Now you're a street. Read it again.
To profess himself at all to be a Jew.
You're a Jamaican.
To profess at all to be a Jew.
No, you're Haitian. Knowing that you are the most mightiest and courageous nation on the face of the earth. They want to take all you. They want to take that away from you. They want to strip that away from you. They want you to forget anything that you do that's mighty or superior to themselves. We know how hard it's going to work. All the Southern Kingdom work. The Northern Kingdom work. Macedonians. You know what? Niggas worked. We had a nation first. We had the nation here, the Northern Kingdom nation here, when they came and seen them, Plymouth Rock. History books, bro. I got books, bro.
You just connected something.
That's what I got.
You just connected something.
I got books. Man, there's a book called The Americans that I've read some of them, not all the way through because it was so thick. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But they said when they set forth over here, they seen the nation that the Native Americans had built, copper-colored people have built. They had the same as the Yucatan. When the Spaniards came and seen what the Yucatan had, there was cities on water. Floating cities with aqueducts and plumbing. The same thing they seen there, they seen on the East Coast. So tell me how I'm a savage because I don't live the way you want me to. I'm a savage because I'm better than you. I'm a savage because I don't let you tell me about your white Jesus.
What's it say?
Raise your hand, sis.
What's it say?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Caesar was here.
And
Yeah, if you want to speak, raise your hand and say, Salakia, sir. You know what I'm saying? Keep order. But that's what we deal with. Because that same spirit is implemented and over. And no matter we got people that fight against it, they gonna shoot the same together because there's enough dumb niggas from all of us that's gonna fall for it. So we gotta be the men to fight against it. Without us, the course history will repeat itself. You can look at social media right now and see what we have heard so far. All these white folks questioning, are they real Jews? Without ISUPK, would they be asking the question? Or would they produce more slave catchers? Which one? Best answer, raise your hand.
more slave catchers.
More slave catchers. And you know what the bad part about it?
So,
They convince us to be slave catchers. That's why blacks and Hispanics are being a part of this. They're the worst. They're the epitome of wickedness. They're the epitome of cool. I have no apologies for what they choose to do. Do this for 30 pieces of silver? You gonna turn your brother? You gonna turn your brother in for pieces of, and go back and kill yourself because of the guilt? We all have a duty to obtain. You ain't come here for no reason. You didn't lead yourself here. Keep reading. Stop before I get long with you. You ain't.
7. And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus to carrying ivy. Right? Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighboring cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy.
Ptolemy. Who do we know Ptolemy is? Do you know that?
The Greeks.
The Greek ruler that took Egypt. Whenever Alexander the Greek broke up, there was 4 kings, 4 generals that took over. I know you heard of Cleopatra before.
Yeah.
Beautiful black woman.
Yeah. He got
No, that was the daughter of him.
Mm-hmm.
She was mixed with the African woman. So she had the dark skin, or you know how mixed people look. You know, father was a heathen. So we live by, go to Numbers chapter 18 and 1, if I'm not mistaken. Hold that.
I got you.
All right. It might be 18 and 19. Let me read over before you start. That's it, I'm trying.
What's blues?
It's 30, 36 and 5. Yeah. I know the original Texas is 18, so
36 and 5.
economy just
Numbers 36 5.
no, that's not right. Like it. Well, it has it in 18, but I want to get to the meat. Bear with me. One and 18. I had it backwards. I knew we had the numbers right, but it was backwards. So go to Numbers chapter 1, 18. Come.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their
They
pedigree,
declared what?
their pedigrees,
They declared what?
pedigrees
Go ahead.
after their families, by the house of their fathers,
No, after the house of their mothers.
after the house of their fathers,
No. What their sister said.
after the house of their
No,
fathers,
what the Jewish man believes.
after the house of their fathers,
No, not the Khazarian said.
by the house of their fathers,
Keep reading.
according to the numbers of the names from 20 years old and upwards by their polls.
So when you became a man, when you reached manhood, it's 20 years old, and by the polls. So the polls means by their elect, by their votes, by their judgments. You know what I'm saying? Don't get misconstrued. Just go back to Maccabees.
Let's see what 6 and 8.
Come on. More.
From the beginning part.
But you start from the beginning if you want to.
Okay. Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighboring cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy against the Jews. They should observe the same fashions and partakers
What? Read it again. They should observe
the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices.
Yeah, so therefore, you don't do what you do, what your people do. You have to follow what I say. This is my kingdom. I'm the ruler here. So if I say you to be a homosexual, what are you supposed to do?
Be that.
Be in agreements. Not just be it. You should push it. If I tell you to eat pork, what do you do?
Be a poor master.
And do what? Teach your kids. That's what slavery is. That's what now under the sign of democracy. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much they say it's a free state. You can do whatever you want to. Are you really free? No. Can you really do what you want to do? Can you think the way you want to think?
Hello.
Yeah, no. Can I say what man the Bible speaks of? Yes, I can. First Amendment.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
You give us that.
Do they frown upon it? Do it with it? Do it get you? So is this a Hippocratic society? Why do you think they took the 10 Commandments out of the church and state? I remember when I went to school in Texas, the 10 Commandments as soon as I walked in. Huh? But niggas started waking up to who they were. Didn't they? Didn't they take it out for their kids? No, it's us. We're the ones, when we find out who we are, we'll wake up and turn around and flip this table. Game over. We've been flipping tables since 1969. Game over. Everything that we prophesied about World War III, the Book of Daniel, is coming to pass right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go to a church and ask them about the Book of Daniel, the prophecies. Go to your church. Come on, Elon. Ask any about World War III, the season. Right. Come see, I have to listen a little bit. We prophesy about that. To follow the men before us, the men that laid the law down and followed the law, that kept our traditions alive. That's your job. We're here for. It's your job. I'm just asking questions on me. I'm always. Just say I ain't. No pressure. No.
I gotta keep these for Benjamin's sake.
No. Benjamin never had. A lot you can unlock. You got to cheat to.
Mm-hmm.
Braid and unbraid.
Mm-hmm.
Not knots. Knots. I ain't gonna go in. I ain't gonna do it. Learn not the way of me. Because Benjamin got it from not Moab, but bit people, the hotels and everybody that owns a hotel and Elam.
Mm.
They're gonna from Elam. When Elam came to Jamaica, you notice Elam is only in Trinidad now because the Chinese Moab kicked them out.
Mm. Elam is who again?
Elam is East Indians.
Yeah.
You know, I scam likely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying? More in your studies and more that you learn the history of Sheba and the Ganges River, you know what I'm saying? Their priests would not cut or shave or wash. Nothing.
Mm.
They can be smelled from a mile away. They was called their holy men. They would only bathe. Shit. I forget. I got the history on them, but they would only bathe once. They would only bathe once when they start their little priesthood or whatever the fuck. That's like they would only bathe that time in the Ganges River to pronounce themselves priests for sheep.
Mm-hmm.
And they took that to Ethiopia. Then Ethiopians and East Indians would move to Jamaica and without the islands. Solomon, no, that's Solomon, but Samson, they put his hair in a rock. He had that before. How can they put his hair in a if it's already locked? You know, you don't get that in one setting.
No.
It takes time. All that is dead. It's not living. You probably got more mites in your head now that you don't even know about. More dirt. So how does that go? We're not cleansing. That's what we're doing. We're keeping dead hair. That's a proof point you want. You know, but I'm just saying. Just saying.
You came to learn.
Yeah, God, and I implore you. Because a lot of people get their feelings.
Mm.
We had some brothers come here. There's only one brother out of three brothers. Also 1,000 bar. My nigga. He came with two other brothers with fringes on their shirt. You know, on the bottoms.
Mm.
Not on the borders, but on the bottoms. Of their underwear. Not a garment.
Mm.
Because garment, a war-like garment.
Mm.
A garment is what you wear to war. You know what I'm saying? Not the zits and the tassels that the Jewish man does, which IUIC follows after. We understand that we need the Hebrew language to pray to God, the Most High, Yahweh in the Hebrew.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's important for us to learn Hebrew. We don't want to make no mistakes. We read it in English because people out in the world needs to know what we're saying in the Hebrew. We got Hebrew classes on Fridays. And you didn't know that? Oh, so you really dived in with not too much.
Look, I've been learning a lot online. I asked the Captain Tesoria.
Oh, you found the right one. I remember you. Five Radio was on a Thursday.
It might have been, yeah.
I remember you. It's been about a year, bro.
No. This was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
This was right before Passover.
But never mind, there was another one that was in Tennessee that asked about it. So,
Yeah.
hey, at least you did it with haste.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't wait.
No.
You were serious. So you're serious.
Yeah.
And you know what's going on around.
Yes, and I didn't come here to be in my feelings. I came to learn.
Come.
I'm hungry.
Hey, give me a hand. Hey. Get the whole time. Hey. You know, clap it up for yourself, bro. Clap it up for yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the hardest thing to do is to walk up these stairs. The hardest thing.
It's not that many steps.
No, I'm talking about mentally, spiritually. When you want to shed yourself in the world, when you want to go to war for your brothers. We ain't talking about picking up arms and going to shoot people. We're fighting against what? Spirits and principalities. Mind states, principalities, powers. Find low places. The low places, the drug dealer out here. Yeah. That's snatching our kids up, convincing them into selling drugs for them. OG Papa John, you see in South Central Florida?
No.
Are you young?
How? 31.
Yeah, you
Okay.
I'm damn near 50.
I don't look like Jesus yet.
I don't think you ever will because he was an hostile man. No. He had a lot of stress on him. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot on his shoulders. He was trying to save the nation. We got the same stress as him because we put ourselves to work as he did. We feed the poor. We heal the land. We do that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I do. I'd like to see you in all black one day.
Me too.
Then that's when I know you're serious. Right?
That's sure.
You know what I'm saying? It'll be a glory. Because every man that chooses to be in all black, the Lord is proud of us. And every man that you choose, that you make for assisting, putting on all black, the not the least in heaven. You teaching brothers to keep the commandments. I can't explain how I feel when people say, "Hey, bro, you taught me. I've been up under you." You know how glorious that is? Right? A sister and brother to change his life, how to be strong, how to be courageous, not to be a coward. I don't have to fit in with what other subgroup or cult or you know what I'm saying? Any detriment I choose in this world, I saved you from that. You can sit behind the give. It's real. If you're and community, for real, I applaud you. Thank you. I applaud you.
I applaud you too.
No, don't applaud me. Don't applaud the Most High, bro.
I applaud you, side.
Yeah, because I ain't bringing you in here. I ain't bringing you in here, bro. I ain't do that. The Lord did that. Whatever hook you bought, did. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Hey. It makes me happy. It makes me happy, bro. It makes me happy because I know we don't gotta say many. Most High is not looking for the many. He don't care about numbers. Not at all. He cares about those who will be obedient and subservient to his will. So ain't someone say, once you come in here, don't be, happy day. No, it ain't gonna be no, it's hard, it's work. The only benefit of being in the truth is that you can see. You'll open those veils will open up. You'll see the wiles of the devil. You'll see his tricks. You might fall into one of his tricks. You know what I'm saying? A trick might come upon you and you stumble in it, but the Lord will give you the wisdom how to work your way out of it. Okay. It's not magic. Israelite school, the universal practical knowledge. We get the same to every person. All you got to be is obedient, listen to the man above. Trust me, they got way more knowledge and wisdom than you got right now. I thought I was smart, dude. I thought I was wise. I thought I had the answers. And when I was in the shop, I was when I was in the shop that you told me. He told me something that saved my life. I had a friend of mine in the bike club got shot in his fucking neck. So lock you. Excuse my French. He got shot in the neck. I was up under him. I'd have been riding with him. I'd have killed somebody or died. Because the person that shot him in the neck ran up on his hood and just unloaded. My brother leaned back and shot up and killed that nigga on his hood. And this happened what, a month before, a month after he told me to stand down. I called my bike club. I said, hey, I got to turn in my car. You know, B-Man still got my car. Because they hoped that I'd come back. They hoped that this was just a fan. They hoped. Huh? I think. Yeah, fade. Yeah, fade. A phase. Yeah. They hope. That's how us to them. We are more valuable to the Most High. You hear? Yeah, like, bro. You hear?
Mhm.
We're gonna free you of the superstitions. So we're gonna free you of the bondage of the world, of the spiritual world, of you know what I'm saying? Because that Wicca, niggas fall for the Wicca. I know Wicca,
What's Mecca?
witchcraft.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's the name. They don't want to say witchcraft. They want to make it cool. So these black sisters are like, oh yeah, I'm Wicca. But they don't understand that every sorority that they fall up under is Wicca. Every fraternity that brothers fall up under is Wicca. Greek, witch. You're making. What can you get Jeremiah 10 to? While we talking about these heathens and what we fall up under.
So I'm going to make research.
Huh? Nah, you done, man.
Jeremiah what?
10-2.
Jeremiah 10.
Let me make sure. Let me pre. You goofy. I went to 2. Why am I dyslexic?
Because that's how you were made.
Hey, bro. No, I'm just saying. I said 18-1, but when it was 1-18. But go ahead. Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 2. Go ahead and read.
All right. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen.
Learn everything of the way.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Now, some of it.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Keep going.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
So, what's the signs of heaven? What does that remind you of? What does that say to you?
Signs of heaven.
Niggas fall for every day. What does their whole lives off of this? You can't come over.
I don't know the second.
Come on, you.
Revelation. Oh, superstition.
No, superstition. Spirituality. No, they base their spirituality off it.
I'm out of guesses.
The constellation.
Oh wow. Yeah.
What's that?
Stars.
So what do you call that? Oh, I'm a Sagittarius.
Astrology.
Oh, I'm a Libra. Oh, oh, Liam. I'm cuss. The cuss
It's in between two signs. It's like when
you're fused this. That's it. Stop. Hey,
double.
hey, man. Stop. Excuse my French, but what kind of wickedness is that?
That's just
To base your life off of something that the white man wrote for you. You denounce the Bible. What's the white man's book? But you go off of Sagittarius. You go off of Leo. Something else. The Greeks. The Romans. Even going back further than that. The Hamits. Push. Egypt. They pray to the stars. Even the one that was sucking his own. Pause. Go. Pause. Their home is raised the stars. And one of their gods was sucking his own blood to create you. Off of their belief. Yes, apparently. Get skated on. They gives them R. Kelly. After Kelly. They didn't. Peace on me. Slovakia. Please, God. Please get rain on me. That's why. Read it again from the top.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Be not dismayed. Do not be confused. Do so back and forth in your mind. If this is really how it's right, this is where it's to live. Because if you're gonna get skeeted on. You're gonna be a yin yang twin fan. Oh, skeets. Yes. Don't yes, say no. No, I'm not going to be dismayed. I'm not going to look at the signs of heaven. I don't care about the new moon. I don't care about the eclipse. I don't care how many meteorites fly through the sky. And that was our downfall. We was superstitious. That's why America right now catching peace. Because they kissing a rock that fell from heaven. It is made from the signs of heaven. Ludicrousness. Keep reading.
For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree.
No. It's a lot. For the heathens are dismayed to them. You already finished that? All right, now keep reading. We're gonna read through. So we're gonna find out important American custom. Keep reading.
For the customs of the people are vain. One cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
What we call them? There's a term, modern day term for that.
Lumberjack.
Exactly.
Hey.
Give them a stuff. Give them a stuff. Keep reading.
Okay. They deck it with silver and they fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
So what does that sound like?
It's a Christmas tree. Is it? No.
You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, because what do they do with the evergreen tree?
Cut it out the
Put it
ground.
in the ground, take it in, they dig it with silver and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Dashing to the snow, horse up and sleigh.
Yeah.
Don't you know that comes from an ancient Babylonian tale?
Yes, I do.
Semiramis,
Yes, I do.
Nimrod.
Mm-hmm.
Semiramis used to make make the people come through because she wanted to keep her powership, her rulership, other though that Nimrod was killed. So she told if they don't put presents upon this tree at this certain time when they pray to the sun at the solar solstice, winter solstice, that she would have them killed. But she would blame it on Nimrod.
So I started blaming him.
So Greeks worship. So Romans are the children of Greeks, and they worshipped Saturn. And that's the part. And they try to put it on us during the Council of Nicaea. Now, in America, the children of who? The Romans are keeping their traditions and want us to keep the same traditions because they understand because if we keep ours, what they read back in Maccabees, you should have held back to Maccabees chapter 2. Everything comes full circle.
I know. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's like, I didn't know it was going to come back to that. You know what I'm saying?
We here. I'm learning. Second Maccabees which?
Let me find it. I want to say
Chapter
2 verse 6. chapter 6.
Chapter 6.
Yeah, go 6 verse 6. 6 verse 6.
Neither was it lawful.
Call it out first before you read.
Second Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days.
To keep our Passover, you know what I'm saying? To keep our feast of unleavened bread, to keep our day of atonement, to keep our first fruits, to keep the day of fruit of fruits, day of tabernacles. Keep going.
Were ancient feasts, were to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
And that's what they do to us. Still, they keeping the same practices. Because we call ourselves Jews today, we get sworn, laughed, you know what I'm saying? Persecuted. You wear a sick dollar to your job, most likely they'll fire you because they're like, oh, you're a racist. You're a part of code. Especially if they find out you're part of Isupk. Hey, I'll profess mine now, bro. Again. Hey, you know, so. Nah, you good. So remember, I tell the people that I'm an Israelite and I'm in the Isupk. And I tell them if you want to learn the truth, all the brothers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't be joking in the afternoons. What are you gonna say? He had to ask you.
So there's where something where I have a question.
Go ahead.
All right, if I may.
I understand where you. But
So I've watched, again, I've been doing all my learning online, right?
Right.
And I've seen certain classes where they're saying,
whose classes?
I'm gonna have to go online. They say that there's certain tribes located in sparse villages in Africa.
Certain things like that, right?
That are, yeah.
But if you notice when they practice their practices, because I watch a lot of videos, they follow after the Jewish man's customs. They get the seats and the shit on.
That's why we don't.
Because it's not biblical.
Got you.
They don't understand. So we don't say that they're not, but what a discrepancy is how they practice.
It's the righteousness or the lack thereof.
Or the lack thereof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we got a brother in Africa right now, and I want to say the Horn of Africa, and he knows that he's a descendant of the people from the slaves, right? You know, so he knows that. So we're not gonna do away with that. I got a book. Hold on. I got a book that I need to pick back up reading so I can get clarification on it. Hold on. It is called The Traditions and Customs of the Gandamese of Ghana, the descendants of the authentic biblical Hebrew Israelites. It says the Gandamese of Ghana, not all of Ghana.
Right.
So when Ghana sold us, they sold this tribe.
Okay. So it's like even if they're there, they might not.
Yeah.
I get it.
It's not the majority. We are the minority.
And
After even with they say that the smartest, the richest man in the world was Mansa Musa. But he took a million of us to Mecca. So we were his riches.
And that's
So what? He was a rich man. He wasn't richer than. So that's the propaganda to take the richest man that family take away from him. Known to the world. We're not known to the world. Solomon had ships go out through the world. This is propaganda to take away from the historical nature of the Bible. You feel me?
I do.
I do.
It's probably the only question I have so far.
You don't want to know about the Moors?
Um,
You know, Moors was a mixed sect. It wasn't just black people.
yeah,
There's Arabs, Africans, and Hebrew Israelites.
yeah. I was really big on history before this found me. So a lot of anthropology and history and stuff. I have
Okay, but you know, most of that is pseudo.
right.
So you got to be careful about what you're reading.
Right.
And when you read it, you have to backtrack it and study and see the source.
Mhm.
You got to be fine toothed, and that's why I haven't brought this out yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got to dig deep because that's heavy. You can't bite this, Mama. It's my brand.
Mhm.
When I bought this book, is when I first got out of law school, right? I paid $20 for it. Then it went up to 100. Then it went up to 500. Then it went up to 1,000. Then I think the last time I seen it was like 3,000. Then it was no longer available.
Mhm.
So
Should back on as well.
yeah, same thing. But we got brothers that bought it. We got multiple copies in the school that spent. You know, it was like back 20 years ago. No, 10 years ago. But 2000, almost 20 years ago. When I first learned about Isupk, I learned about Isupk in 2008. And seeing all the videos, and there was Nathaniel, the gay people, Slovakia. I mean, I don't have no problem with y'all. Y'all live y'all life, just stand around. All the different Israelite groups, but then Isupk was showing, they had a book list, and they were like, hey, yeah, this book right here, this book right here. They were showing these books right here, this book right here. When I bought Russian Icons, they gave me a whitewashed version of Russian Icons. But, you know, was everything good?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was you disappointed? Then do I need to show you? Do I need to?
Nah, I have no unanswered questions. I'm here to learn about so
Yeah, and
I'm here to.
but we ain't touched nothing on.
That's what I'm saying.
No, this is for you. Whatever my itinerary was and whatever I was prepared to teach, you take precedence over there. That's how important it is for me to teach you. Whatever things that you need to get free of, you need to be free. You know what I'm saying? Whatever yoke, mental yokes. Because we don't have physical yokes anymore.
Yeah,
Everything is spiritual.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mind states,
Mhm.
thoughts,
Yeah.
attitudes, repetitions, and habits. We have to break those chains. We have to teach you how to unlayer the wickedness. Because you might be a good guy, but you don't even understand the small things that are wicked to the Most High. Man, it's homeless. It's cool. Let them look for eggs. We do it for kids. I'm just, that's what the world do. I'm not saying you per se, but the world does it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm just gonna tell them that listen out there doing fuck, forget it. Forget it. Man, it's so Irish. Black Irish. Enslaved
Yeah.
in Barbados. That's the other book I got. Yeah. Found that one. Found that one. That was a, what they call it? Something in the book. I forget the
Diamond in the rough.
diamond in the rough. He tripped over, fell on it.
Yeah, it is.
And I came up, I was like, man, I had a Johnny Dang grill when I came back. I was shy.
Not Johnny Dang though. He's on Lab Grown Diamond.
Yeah. But he a hustler. He was TV Johnny before he stood, Johnny Dang is selling diamonds.
Right.
He had a store in Town East Mall in Dallas, Texas. Johnny Dang back in 88, 87. Come in there. But anyway,
At this juncture, at this point, I've so through all the different teachings that ISUPK has put on the internet, it's pushed me in the right direction with a lot of my questions.
right.
I was able between the time that I called Cap and the captain, sorry,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know. Yeah.
and
He a mighty man, bro.
yes,
He a mighty man.
I can tell. Between the time that I called them and got the information, and now because I called them and then y'all had Passover, and when everybody was up in Houston, so I'm like, I'm gonna celebrate Passover by myself. But between all of that, I answered a lot of my questions. I shed a lot of the heavy things on
Today?
Not today, but just in general, like not smoking weed anymore, doing the spirituality, seeing the sin in it, you know what I mean? And seeing that this is really our history.
Right.
It's not just the white man die. It's not a white man die. It's
So let me interject. Cap's the one who put me in.
okay.
2010, he was going through all the battles. He was polite. Egyptology. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Reggie. He was an inky, red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I forget the Muslim guy's name. You know what I'm saying? But then they had Island Vibes that popped up. It's a radio show, him and Captain Cotton. You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute them big brothers. Because it's me watching them two brothers and Captain Cesario going out and battling and having these thoughts on Sonetta TV. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sonetta. Even though you know you're Israelite, you still going after money. You know what I'm saying? Personal gain. Even though his wife is an Israelite, claims to be Israelite. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? Watching them, then it showed me the old videos of the elders on Times Square. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, bro, it's real, bro. Because I thought I was a smart guy. I was an Egyptologist. I was a Hindu. I'm Muslim. I believe everything.
Yeah.
But then once they showed that this is the origin of Fred Muhammad's a white man, but white man's the devil, but you started FOI. When it came down to Farrakhan being a white man, supposedly, his father's a white man. When I seen Farrakhan kissing the Jewish imam, Jewish rabbi in the mouth, they ain't supposed. We can find pictures, didn't it? It's like, oh yeah, all this bullshit. Then I learned about Caesar Borgia and Pope Alexander. When I found out about that, it was clear. There's no arguments. Now, if I'm against it, I'm against the truth. Then it brought me to all these other fake Israelite groups, and I actually began. Then they said they're the home of the truth. Yeah, I ain't home of the truth. IUIC ain't the home of the truth. GOCC ain't the home of the truth. Sakari ain't the home of the truth.
No.
AOC ain't the home of the truth. All these other groups out here. Gods of Thunder ain't the home of the truth. There's only one group that's claiming to be the home of the truth since 1969. When I look at all these other groups, they started in 1998, 2002, 2004, 2008, some 2025, sometimes 2026. They started yesterday using our breakdowns. They talk about unity camp, bringing all groups together and have a camp. You know the only unity camp is?
ISUPK.
ISUPK. Damn right. Give me them. This is the only unity camp. The only unity army. We are both. We are not a church, not a gathering, army. Under Commander General Hunt and all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, and the young men. And troops. Because we don't bow down, we don't accept you. So, we are the authority of the Most High. If it ain't under your ISUPK or the Glenn and Daniel Holland, you're wasting your time. If there ain't no better way for me to say it. Because ain't nobody outlasted us. Nobody ever came up against us and defeated us in any platform. You can go back, do your research. Do your research. It's all on the internet. We record everything we do.
Yeah.
To be a witness. Because there ain't 2 or 3, there's that video. Jim Muhammad said, last on scripture breakdown, he said, if you give $1 to a homeless man, record it. Connection 2 or 3. To what the first do. When the man that was outside the pool. Now you can't get in the water. Where's your people? Well, they're not here to put me in the water. What did Christ do? Stand up in the water. So people could see it. So people would bear witness to what the power of Christ had. He didn't do it in secret. When he prayed in open. Not my will, your will be done. He had to go into a closet. Who's he going to save if he does miracles in a closet?
Nobody.
So who are we going to save if we don't pronounce it?
Nobody.
Because Luke was told during the time when we had a kingdom. Now we're trying to build the kingdom. So what are we going to build if we keep it secret? And these fake Israelite groups, they use that verse against us. If we do it in public, we're doing it for ourselves. Paraphrasing. Paraphrasing.
I'm value that you shared that, right? Well, if I,
go ahead.
The value that you shared that. But with the utmost respect, I don't need to go vet other groups, because I ain't gonna say I've been around, but I've vetted enough to know texture,
But
authenticity.
if I may,
Yes.
one thing that we have the problem of doing is putting us through the hardship. to learn the lesson instead of taking the lesson without the hardship. Because like you said, you vetted this and vetted that and vetted that. But if you know that this was this, you wouldn't have to vet all that. Right? Because you wouldn't have to go through the hardship. I mean, I was off the porch at 10 years old. So I went through the gang banging, drug dealing, running, being a runner, being a hitman or whatever you want to call it. If I knew the truth, I wouldn't have to go through all that hardship and carry all that baggage. Baggage comes with wisdom. Wisdom comes with baggage. But what if I can learn wisdom with just going to wise men? So I understand your analogy and what you're talking about. But it's good to be heard to hear that. So some of the vetting that you went through and some of the heartache that you went through and some of the trials and tribulations that you went through, it wasn't the bear. It was worth it. And now you know the difference between that and this. Now you can be the judge of what's that and this. And that wisdom that you got during your walk, like to say, that sound Christian. Through your journey, through your trials, now you can sit back and say, I'm in the truth.
That's a huge reason why I'm here. A lot of my
You go ahead.
So a lot of my Benjaminites relatives are lost in America.
You understand? We got school in Jamaica. We got a school in Trinidad.
When I think about how many of them think about the Haile Selassie going to Jamaica and him and saying that he's actually the first coming of Christ.
Hold on, did he die on the Yeah, I was saying,
and his people were prosperous.
Listen, hear me though. Besides that, not to get too much in the slander. He's the first coming to Christ. Why didn't he save his own people?
And where's the rest of it?
Why didn't he save his own people?
Yeah.
No, why is there no wars?
Yeah.
Why is there still wars?
Yeah.
So now you have to go to his people after him. That's why I told you. But I told you when his grandson said he knows Jesus. Them people don't know what they're talking about. That's the imagination. It's the demon. Manifest.
Yeah.
You understand?
I do.
You see how you can let your own mind take control of yourself and build a following of people of the same spirit just because you get to smoke weed, nigga? That's what it is. It's a hypnos. It's hypnos.
Yeah.
Because the main thing about Rastafari is smoking weed. That's a part of their ritual. When they pray, they got to be smoking weed. It's right in the silver line. You're really praying to Shiva. Rastafari, they're more like people, right? No, when it comes down to it, yeah.
No.
You better read deeper. I'm not talking the ones on the island. I'm talking about
You're talking about the
the thuggies.
Yeah.
The thuggies.
Yeah,
The thuggies. Now, what you're going on in the islands, that's a longer game. He's my brother. Oh, my brother. I love you. You know that's what he do. Yeah, you know what he did? He shot you in your head, bro. But the original Rastafari, the thuggies, the demons, they dreadheads. When you think Salakia, the Zopounds, they Rasta too.
Yeah, straight true.
But they at least they hold the true essence of thuggies.
Mhm.
We created from oppression. Oppression of what? Of the French, of America, of the Chinese, of the East Indians. Them wanting to survive. Oppression creates everything. They create diamonds, pressure. They're using that energy, that spirit in the wrong way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the class. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK security announcements. Any questions? Any more questions? You to watch this? That's it. Chapter 12. You? All right. All right, this is the ISUPK security announcements. We have the ISUPK started at the Monuments, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander Jim Hanna. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are able to salute. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother and sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister can court each other. After 6 month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head of marriage. Times, which is the commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10th in Hebrew, ma'ashur. 10% of any penny of any interest the good Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priestfulness. Free will offerings, not mandatory. Free will offerings for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give. Holy convocations, which we're now in the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We will have next Friday? Next Friday will be the closing of the feast. The feast. Closing of the feast. I don't know my voice now. You should have been used. Slacking.
Should have been.
Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, which we already talked about. Announce holy convocation for sheep, which is they don't have enough top, they still got a Passover. I'm saying we'll correct that. Remind occupant out bar, check the bulletin board. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the schools, start wearing all black boots, pants, headband, and scarf. I see you're in all black, but it's not all black. I don't. This you match your collar. You know what I'm saying? I feel stylish.
Next.
All right. If you want to be a trooper, you know what I'm saying? That's an active member of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? That means you submit yourself to the Lord fully. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, not yet. But you know what I'm saying? You're an active member. You know what I'm saying? You want to change your life. All right, so come to class, gain the Hebrew name. You know what I'm saying? So it's something heavy. Very heavy. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was a trooper in 2017. You know what I'm saying? I've been here for a while. You know what I'm saying? I love this truth. I love the brothers that's in this truth. You know what I'm saying? And I do what I'm commanded to do, and I do what I'm not commanded to do. So I give 150%. You know what I'm saying? ISUPK, no counts. You know what I'm saying? So a module, sister sit. A module stand. A module straight down. March spot. A module. Right. Yahweh. Repeat after me. Yahweh.
Yeah.
Ba'ashem,
Bahashan,
Yahushua,
Yahushua,
Barakatah. Right? That means, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless in the name of Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Okay. Slide, I'm gonna mess that up. The mother says, return. Oh, my book. So we can do everything. So, what do we stop? So, please turn. We will give one curse salute to the sister. Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
The top. Hashem.
Shan,
Yahushua.
Shai,
All right. Turn. Blesses me. Yeah, I had a question, bro.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.